So babies learn language from the environment that they're exposed to. And so from both what they hear and what they can see. So how the mouth moves, our lips, gestures, and facial expressions are crucial as well. And we also know that quantity and quality of the language exposure matters. So if we put a mask on, the sound that babies hear may become muffled, and they also can't see our lips and facial expressions. So that will undoubtedly have an impact on language development. But what we don't know is how big this impact is and how long-lasting it is, because babies, after all, are still exposed to their own parents and siblings if they have any. And so the question here is, if parents up their game in terms of, interacting with the children and teaching them language, how might that compensate for mask wearing as a habit?
And children, like all of us, are having to adapt to this new situation. Is there anything that parents are encouraging children to do, or anything that maybe actually viewers listening at home you would recommend as a way of mitigating the harm that might be being done?
So interaction is key. As a parent, we need to just roll up our sleeves and actually engage with our children. Apart from the usual, playing with them and reading to them, we might need to come up with more creative solutions. For example, grandparents, when they're Zooming with your kid, maybe encourage them to actually make it a game, have toys ready to, show on the screen, singing and dancing. There are lots of online Zoom sessions nowadays for different families to join and to interact with each other. I think in sort of slightly more long term, there will be sort of demands for more creative education technology, as well as face-to-face catch-up programs run by the government.
Now, you're a parent, and someone tells me that your son is very impressively trilingual, which is very impressive indeed. And what have you done as a parent, or can you talk to, on a personal level, the impact that this has all had over the last year or so?
So my son is learning Cantonese Chinese, Italian, and English. And what's particularly difficult is that we don't have grandparents in the same country. And so a lot of sort of exposure to these sort of heritage languages are relying on meeting with other kids in the same area. And we haven't been able to do that. And so we try our best. And what we've tried to do is to work systematically through his vocabulary in the different languages and find out what he already understands. He was 2 years old during the first lockdown, and based on what he knows, and to work on strength to teach him words that are related to what he already knows. So I suppose it's trying to find out a way that works for your child. If, say, for example, my son was speaking less because he was trying to master 3 languages, I was focusing more on getting him to speak more. So tailor your approach to your own child.